Hello, hello. It's Prince Easy. Hello, Zion. So, let's get to the madness. This is mirroring another case, right? This case, there's something they are trying to achieve, right? Remember, we put a pin on this. I shall show you the other side of this, right? So, they continue, they persist. Yeah, you cannot be disrespectful. You know, these people are delusional. So let's say this. I myself find you in a street burning the image of my father. Do you think I won't take action? Now why is it then okay to burn the president? Why is it okay? Why is it okay to make fun of the image? Why is it? And why are you trying to make this wrong a right? We know who you are. Look at this other idiot here. I mean, he literally thinks that he has power over us. You know, looking at the money they give us and this and that, they think that they have a say, or they deserve a say at least. They have invested, right? Going back to that lesson about Israel becoming a burden. This is just them being prepped to be destroyed. You know, there's those stories in the Bible where God literally set up people, just like Pharaoh. Right? Pharaoh was told, he tells Moses, go tell him to let my people go. Before he gets there, he goes to Pharaoh and makes his heart not to turn. 10 times he did like this, and this is exactly what is happening to these people. Right? So this will escalate to an extent that they're desperate. Right now they're desperate. They're really desperate. Right? I shall show you a map to why they're desperate. Right? They know that if they do not invade Africa, they're gonna get, the war is gonna, there's no recovery. There's no recovery. We are too awake right now for them to use the old tactics they used. You get what I'm saying? So it's a setup by the Most High, so as these people can be triggered to plan an invasion, and that, then God will show himself there by burning all of their armies and everything. Won't even fire a single shot from us. Right? And when that invasion comes, you will know it's an invasion. Right? Don't do it. Just don't do it, you know. They think it's funny. You know, they think it's funny. Just like the pager thing. That changed the dynamic of things. The sand is moving under their feet and they're not noticing it. They still think they're under control. Right? You did this once, and if it happens to any nuclear power, you are done. You are done. Again, you're just being set up. You're just being set up. Yeah? Just like these people who believe these things, they are being set up to go to hell, because in their hearts, no matter how nice they present themselves, the judgment has been passed to them that they will not make it. This is why. They think that they have discovered some part of scripture that we have not known about, or I, the prince, don't know about, or the Lord has not told me about. And yet there's nothing new under the sun. So where are the aliens in the scripture then? Show us. If not Nephilim. This is demonic. This here in front of you, this is demonic. And people are gonna still have faith in these people. Still, they are gonna continue to to live in this nation thinking that they are safe. I've already said this, flee. Flee. These people don't like you, they want to destroy you. Right? Let us build Zion. We wanted a Zion, it needs to be built, not angels coming here to build it. Works of stone and such. Eh? We, across the world, need to come here in this single place and build this nation that we call Africa, to build it. And to be actually considerate of each other's people, that's important. That's important, to be considerate of each other. Everybody's looking at how to better themselves, and that's how the ship is sinking. Right? There is no overall, like, I don't know, except what I'm trying to do here. There isn't anything. Really, there isn't. So I ask that we cherish this movement and whatever radical steps that we take as of now. It is supposed to happen. Okay? These people who are facing these challenges, this action from these people are going to have a place to be safe. Right? All of these wars, how are they going to end? God will finish them. For the sake of his people, he will finish them. Believe me, you, one way or the other. Things like this. So it's a business. A 72 million business investment. So the same people, they have made you a business, they have made you the commodity, right? And this cannot be allowed to continue. So we cannot be a part of any form of pact to I don't know, to fight things that they have engineered. This is ridiculous. It's a game, and we cannot continue being playing like this. Okay? And you have no excuse, you presidents, you have no excuse in regards to what I'm saying here. Whatever they try to do to you, they try to do to me. They have done to me even worse. Okay? So, yeah. This is how they want to escalate further and further. Just making their people's targets. And convincing you, the people who are in these countries, that they are there for your betterment. No. They're setting you up. God has already judged that, you know what? Yeah, you deserve it too. So if they happen to join this coalition of armies here, yeah, it's gonna get hot real quick. It's the only way. Who has the money to rebuild? That's the question. You know, people are playing games. They don't know the reality of the situation. Right? They don't know the reality of the situation. They think this is a matter of escalation and increase in intensity thereof. Right? But it's not that. It's just one false move, and then, yeah. Just like the scripture said, 1 hour. The judgment will be rendered to Babylon. Right? Everything now is out in the public, and they are not even doing anything to fix it. They are just persisting, thinking that they are validated, that their action are they are with reason. This is the connection that we talked about pertaining to this thing here. So it's a psyop. I knew that from the beginning. right? This has turned into it turned into a media circus now, right? There are no heroes in these stories. There are no heroes, but they want to make it seem like they are heroes in this story. It's a tragedy, full stop. There are no heroes. And they are just making it worse deliberately, right? There's a judgment that has been rendered recently. You should look it up, about pertaining to this case here. It's absurd. And of course, just like the law system, it trickles down to worldwide and they infect the systems of the world. Right? If you go deep into the law, that's how it works. This judgment here will be spread systematically to be used in similar cases. And this is how they control you. So do not believe or fall for anything that they bring out there. Judge your own by your own sum. It continues. Now I see the movement. I see the movement. This is pertaining to what I uploaded in the last video, the gods and stuff. You know, they are trying to redefine. Yeah, you can surely redefine your white Jesus to whatever image you want. This is the New Age movement. This is these false prophets paving way for the gods. They are telling you that the theologians have missed. As usual, these people, representatives of their nations, yet they do things. I don't know if you Americans even know that they sanctioned 2 officials from Uganda in your name. Now what does that mean? It means God will punish back, will push back. If you push us, you push back. That's what happens. You can play your tactics, you can sanction people as you want, you can paint our leaders in the media as you want. We are looking at you, we are focused. Look at this. This is the joke that you're not talking about. This, not this, this. This is what is troubling. My guy just lost the tie to bring out that image that, you know, he's tired, he's exhausted financially and physically. He came in with no tie at all. I told you we need to donate. This is pathetic. They don't like you. People, wake up. My God. If you don't, then yeah, you're like the Pharaoh whose neck was turned strong. Maybe you deserve it. This is from 4 years ago. Talking about flights. Talking about the occupants of these flights. And as per the rumors circulating, apparently these things here are just like minions, androids, that take directives from people who look more like people, right? And those are gonna be the punch in the gut, so to say, right? So for you who still believe in the space delusion, this is the founding father of rocket science. Yeah, the Germans did their part, but this guy here is considered a pioneer, and he was neck deep into their cult, because it's not about finding life in other space, in other, I don't know, planets and whatnot. No, there's no planets, and they know this, right? So, sex, magic, and drugs, indeed, is Aleister Crowley's teachings, right? The worship of the goddess. It has to be about sex. Mm? So, it's a Nephilim plan, yeah? It's a Nephilim plan to interbreed and intermingle in order to tie their fate to ours. If we get saved, they get saved, so as they can evade their judgment. So they have the full image here, right? So the guy on the far right, I came across him via a book, you want to believe. It was a book about photography, right? He is so influential, people, you don't even know. Right? He's so influential. This guy here, Ron, so influential, right? In culture, in pop culture, in general, modern. Then we have the Rocket Man, like the new Elon, right? And then we have, of course, the Beast, the minion that was to bring the destruction in order for the world to be saved, right? So it's the same, it's a joke, it's a play, right? And of course, they gotta target your children, right? Because this is the final round. They do not get, they gotta destroy the future. They gotta kill the hope. They gotta kill hope. They gotta kill God. They call it authoritarianism. Like, really, you define our president as an authoritarian. That's a bit of a stretch, right? And this is exaggeration, is for a reason, right? This exaggeration is for a reason. It's a psychological operation. So, yeah, I think you should turn up the heat, please. Start organizing operations to come invade Africa. Please, do it. Okay? Please. We beg you. We are dying of poverty. Right? World hunger needs to end, and you white people can save us from ourselves. Right? This black skin, this is demonic. Very demonic. We are cursed. We look at our father's genitals. Look at this. We can't build nothing. Please, come show us. Come and direct. Like that idiot of Blackwater, that militant, yeah? Eric Prince. What a joke. Please. How about you go up there and pick up a gun, you freaking idiot? My guy is just poking holes to get in. Poking the Sahel, no. Poking the Congo, no. Poking Kenya, yes. It's a vulnerability. Kenya is a vulnerability. I think that has been established. And whatever is happening with Gachagua right now, I don't know. Right? Just for months, these niggas have been in shambles. And they think we are the problem. My goodness. You need to find yourself. Your president did not listen to what I say. That's where you are right now. Not because our presidents of Uganda and Tanzania were not engaged by these people to persuade them otherwise. No. It's a choice. Right? I have things I demand of them, and they have their own ideas. We are all trying to build. Right? So your president, that's your problem. Your president is living in denial. He's trying to be my enemy. And that's the problem. You can never get out of it. You can't. You think I'm lying, right? You think I'm lying? Okay. Have you seen the world? Have you seen Zion? Don't look at the newcomers, look at the old comers. It's smooth sailing. No matter what turbulence comes, it's just smooth sailing. And they're upset that it is so. So they want to insert themselves into the picture and turn it into a war of influence against Russia and China. You know? They want to make it about that, while we know it's not about that. Hmm? This idiot again, and he looks gay. Probably is. I can literally see him guy in a rainbow situation. He's confused, man. You better come here and make this speech and see what happens to you, sir. And we shall find out what your country does. Please come and make this statement here. Right? That whole gay and that whole situation. We're going to ask you why. Why are you denying the right for us to protect ourselves? Why do you want us to be vulnerable? It's that divine setup again taking taking form. Oh, look at that. They have the plasma. This is that trickling effect of the Nephilim technology being unleashed. How soon do you think they will weaponize this before we get any useful use out of this technology? How long? 30 years, give or take? Do you think this world will be there like this 30 years from now? Are you serious? Right? This is why, right? You see, the West, they are warmongers. They know nothing but war. Right? This is the graph showing, a map rather, showing conflicts that have happened. And look at the concentration. They're just out for blood, full stop. Look at the concentration of war over time. Right? Europeans are literally in the path of self-destruction. And God intervening by handing out judgment so some of them can survive is a mercy. If it was let like this, yeah, there will be no one, basically. You'll just destroy yourselves. She says she would pay. Why do you need to pay for a righteous cause? They're tearing up people, you know? Full disclosure. They want them to open the closet, to flood the streets with every secret out there. Well, great. No. It's not an overreach. It depends on the situation, not generally. Generally speaking, of course, it is an overreach, but under what circumstance are we talking about? Right? Under what circumstance are we talking about? Stop generalizing stuff. Make your case. Be specific. Right? You know, there's a thing called responsibility. You know? It's called responsibility. And just like myself, I have a responsibility And while carrying out this responsibility, of course, there's gonna be backlash, harsh backlash, extreme, unimaginable backlash. So when I see people arguing about this tiny, obvious little thing, I get really, really upset, because it's just them diverting my army to think about, I mean, things that really are puzzling. They are puzzling. This whole argument is puzzling. I would solve it plain and simple. I would call a meeting, right? I would call a meeting. All of you who say that these officials have kidnapped your members, okay, come here, sit here. Who did it? Out in the public, who did it? Present your evidence. Follow the evidence. Simple, plain and simple. And you'll find out that most of them have zero evidence. They're just upset, and they have nothing to do with their time, so they're out here being keyboard warriors. But if you are really to ask them, do you have any proof that this person went out and did this serious thing? Because we are talking about human life here. It's a serious thing, and these people are making a game out of it because they have been made insensitive. It's not about the murdered anymore. It's a political thing right now. It's just make you being painted as a villain so as they can be painted as good, so as they can be elected, and that's the game that we want to persist and keep on playing. And these things are going to happen. They are not in, you cannot control them ever. This is the work of the enemy. And look at us fighting among each other. Like I've said in the video, Africa going against Africa. If you don't want to be protected, if you want to be vulnerable, be my guest. But I will be safe with my people. Believe me, you. Even if I have to fight all of you. Don't even get to that before you get burnt. Sawa, jioni. But the scripture also says those rebels will be purged. Mr. Potato with the hair came out. What is this? Are you trying to turn on the niggas? And Russia should make a problem for these Western countries. They are too relaxed. Nothing is happening in their countries. You know, they are too relaxed. That's why they are busy, focused to destroy us. It's crazy. We should make a problem for them, right? There should be consequences for their idiotic acts. We should make it, there should be a penalty. We should have a system to punish them politically, right? Uganda has not even retaliated. It's not about economic opposition. No, it's about dignity, for crying out loud. Have some. If you truly believe in God, have some dignity. Speak up, right? These people can just call out your officials and you as a government say nothing, and there are no consequences. There should be financial consequences to every act they are doing. There should be. Because we are done being played with. Are you done? Because if you're not, you'll be removed. Believe me, you. Let me sign off here. Prince Easy. You know, I'm looking at the moon and the stars right now. Beautiful. God is great. Love you. Bye.